Good morning.
Alright guys, I forgot to film an intro video, so sorry about that. This is what you're stuck with. We're on our way to Durango, Colorado from North Texas. It's about a 13-hour drive, and I brought my Yaesu FTM-510D to try out mobile ham radio for the first time. So yeah, I have no idea how this is gonna go, but I figured I'd bring you along to see what happens. And obviously, no good road trip starts without Starbucks, so let's go get that first.
Got our Starbucks. Yeah. Caramel salted cream cold brew. Someone just literally was driving on the wrong side of the road right in front of me. That's great to start off the trip. Cheers. Let's see if we can make our first connection.
And not 10 minutes into the trip, we're trying to get our first contact, but to no avail.
Nope. This is KJ5LXP. Anyone read? No. Oh well.
Well, not long after that, we get our first connection in Henrietta, Texas. I didn't record the initial conversation. I apologize for that, but here's my quick reaction on our first connection.
I just got my first hit today. Henrietta.
Unfortunately, I didn't capture our conversation, but as we travel closer and closer to Childress, Texas, I look to change my radio to the Childress, Texas repeater, and we end up contacting the same individual once again, and this time I was able to actually capture our conversation.
You're still coming in good.
Continue for 5 miles.
You had called on this their Skywarn repeater. Coming in good. I looked up your call sign on QRZ. Looks like you're from the Carolina.
Actually from the Dallas, Texas area.
Maybe I got the call sign wrong.
It's a KJ5LXP.
That's Texas. Yeah, that's funny. It just changed it to a 4 and that person's from Carolina. But yeah.
So immediately I've noticed it's really hard to capture call signs and not having a pen and paper to write it down, but yeah, he got the call sign wrong, but that's okay. I asked him about fusion repeaters because I'm trying to hit one. Unfortunately, he didn't know much about it, but that's okay.
Yeah, no problem. Yeah, I'm on a FTM-300 here at home. But yeah, I was looking at getting another FTM something. We'll see for my Jeep. I got cheap Chinese on the dashboard right now on the Jeep, but yeah, I was looking at it, but gotta save my pennies. So, all right. Well, yeah, I'm not too familiar with fusion that much, so I'm sure you'll figure it out. Lots of YouTube, I suppose. You have to.
In 2 miles,
right, well,
use US 287 North.
Yeah, that was our first recorded interaction, so that was really cool. And we continue on with our drive.
We just got the Childress. Gonna go fill up gas right now. I'll make it something to eat. Call it. This is KJ5LXP. Radio check.
Another classic rookie mistake here. I call in, but then I realize that my radio volume is turned off. But then I believe on a simplex channel, and I start to hear some people on the other end.
Rope is that's the string that's used to attach the closed cam payload to the rest of the string. So when the balloon bursts, there's usually some burning off, and the thing got tangled with itself. So you're probably getting that. Some altitude. It's got a parachute attached, and it should be deployed right now, but it's either tangled or there's just not enough atmosphere for it to work.
As you just heard, they were talking about a balloon, a string, a payload, atmosphere. Sounds like they were trying to set up something. I actually put out my call sign, but I don't get a response, though others put out their call sign and they were responding to them, but okay. Here I am pulling in to get gas at Childress, Texas. I was on that simplex channel, so I'm going to look to change to the Childress repeater once again and see if we can get another contact. Which we do, and I silence their call sign here.
Radio check, you're clearing it. No static, good signal.
Coming in through from Dallas, Texas, on my way up to southwest Colorado.
Because I'm from Mansfield, South Fort Worth, and I'm coming back, headed back home from Amarillo.
Could you repeat your call sign, please?
I asked for his call sign because I'm looking to log my trip, but I'm going to keep the call signs silent to keep the individual anonymous.
Safe travels.
Hearing you pop up, y'all have a great trip, and enjoy yourselves up there in Colorado. My work buddy's been sending pictures back of bears and deer outside the cabin and making fun of me in the heat. So y'all have a great trip. Safe travels. Catch you later. Yankee. I'll be quiet.
Cool! Next stretch is hopefully all the way up to Amarillo. We'll see if we can get some contacts through there. Was able to get one through Childress. Ginger peach mixed with Georgia peach. Pretty good. H2O. Checking in with everyone.
Yeah, so quick check-in here. We're on our way to Tucumcari, New Mexico. That'll be our next stop. Along the way, we'll try to hit some Amarillo repeaters and connect to Fusion. But overall, it's been such a positive experience on mobile ham radio. Looking forward to who we connect with next. After trying all morning, we finally connect to Fusion. Not long after I got my license, I joined a radio club. I'm on the line here with the secretary of the McKinney Amateur Radio Club. I told him I'd be traveling, so he said he'd keep an ear out on the talk group in case I connected.
I was able to hear Lance. Kilo Juliet 5, Lima X-Ray Papa. So you there?
Yes, ma'am. How's the drive going?
It's going well. The next stop will be in Tucumcari, New Mexico.
34 miles away.
340 miles away. It's amazing. Gonna continue my drive. Just wanted to see if I could chime in. Kilo Juliet 5, Lima X-Ray Papa.
Travel safe. Behind the road.
Yeah.
We'll talk to you later.
Heck yeah.
Yes, connecting with Lance deserved a round of applause. That was super exciting, and I'm really glad I caught it on camera. Soon after this, we make our first international connection.
Let's do the America KC wide.
It just sounds good on this side, so one side isn't good, making it back that way, I guess it's doing good. But KJ5, Lima X-Ray Papa, LXP.
MB. I copy. This is KJ5 Lima X-Ray Papa. Someone called out to me.
Roger that. Heard your previous QSO that you're headed to Colorado. You're in Amarillo now. What are you guys going to turn up through New Mexico? I took that route in 19, drove to Durango, Colorado, and went through Las Vegas, New Mexico. That here is Randy, and I'm in Birkenhead, Texas.
So here we meet Randy, a super kind gentleman. I let him know I'm on my way to Tucumcari from Amarillo, Texas, and here he shares some advice. Take a listen.
Hey, roger that. It does get kind of empty out that direction.
Get some advice.
Riding with our group.
If you remember, he had said he had taken the route quite long ago, but sounds like he still remembers the trip, and he remembers that it gets empty, so I don't expect that we're going to be having a lot of connections once we pass Amarillo. And turns out that's exactly what happens. We don't actually hear anyone on our way from Amarillo to Tucumcari.
Done this drive a couple times. I'm actually a new ham, trying out the mobile ham radio. Got my license this last week and kind of seeing what I can do with it right now.
Randy and I go back and forth for a little bit. He tells me he's done a road trip with his motorcycle. He talked to me about the passes that he went through and how terrifying they were in Colorado. Just getting to know Randy, and he's getting to know me. We're having a lovely conversation. But don't want to bore you too much with this because something very exciting is about to come.
Hey, thanks for letting me ride along for a minute. I just heard you in there talking to the other station. Well, you have a great, safe trip. And 73's to you.
73. Kilo Juliet 5, Lima X-Ray Papa. That was a good sign-off right there.
I had to lower the volume for how loud I said good, but here's where we get our first international connection.
KJ4 NXT from T1. Said you up both one to Quebec in England.
England? Oh my gosh! Howdy, howdy, KJ5 LXP. You're my first European contact. How are you doing? Wow!
And there you have it, my first international contact. That was such an exciting moment. You can see my reaction there. I don't do a good job of recording the conversation or capturing it, but yeah, that was very exciting. And before any of you come after me saying, oh, this wasn't on HF, please remember, I'm a new ham. I literally got my license maybe last week, so this type of initial interaction for me was quite the amazing experience, and someday I'll get my general and then look to get on the HF bands.
Having a QSO I hope you can pick her back up. I can hear the excitement in her voice.
Oh, they're talking about
as
me.
a news operator and making an international QSO. So I won't keep you long. I hope Bill gets back in here in the room and has a chat with you. But let me just get off the mic and I'll be monitoring here, and then hopefully
They're asking me to
can
go
finish
back
your
in.
QSO.
That was so nice for that gentleman, letting me have some airspace there to let me continue to talk to Christopher, was his name, from England. Here we're having a conversation back and forth, but it's really hard to hear Christopher in this audio, but we're just exchanging some niceties and having a good time. And quite frankly, it's really hard to understand Christopher. He has this thick English accent, which is very lovely, but really hard to hear and pick up for the video.
Christopher, have you ever visited Texas?
Yeah, so back in 6 I have. I've done Colorado, Mexico, Texas, Kansas.
Okay, it's been all over the U.S.
Maryland. No, everyone should actually. Yeah, I've got some friends in El Paso.
As you heard there, really hard to hear Christopher, but he lets me know that my signal is starting to get weak as I get further and further away from Amarillo, but we exchange our call signs and say goodbye, and we're on our way to Tucumcari.
Alright everyone, we made it to Santa Rosa. We're able to pass through Tucumcari, no problems. I wasn't able to really get any connection after that Amarillo interaction. I think it's going to be pretty dead until Albuquerque. So, yeah. Let's do it! Oh, I just got my first contact on the national radio, or the frequency 146520.
Yeah, guys, we actually hit a contact on the national frequency on the 2-meter band. That was unexpected, but quite the pleasant surprise. This gentleman was actually on his way to pick up some groceries, but we've got one more contact that I want to showcase, and I think you'll really enjoy this next one. I had a good laugh with it.
What is that? When you first transmit and stop transmitting, I hear like this weird like sound. Do you know what that is? Beep boop?
You've wandered onto the trash radio network, and that sound that you hear is our courtesy tone. So it actually says beep when it unkeys. And when I unkey, it says beep. When I unkey, it says beep. When I unkey, it says beep. Tells you you're coming in a local repeater or not. And that's unique to the trash system there. So that's our courtesy tone.
Well, that's a first for me. That is absolutely hilarious, and I love it. I just got my call sign this last week, so learning about this hobby and all the things that come with it. Did not know that you could program, transmit, and receive, or however it's coded, but that is really funny. Beep boop.
That's exactly what it's meant to be. The message here is no membership, no joining club, no nothing. It's just a place to come and hang out and talk and have fun. So that's what the whole people was about. But Neil and I were talking one day, and he had it on one of his boxes that was a digital input, and we should put that on the whole system, and that's how it started. So that's what you hear. That. Congratulations on the new call sign, and enjoy your drive up to Colorado.
Thank you very much. 73, Below Juliet 5, Lima X-ray Papa. Beep boop.
What a treat that was. I had to include that entire segment of that gentleman telling me about how they program their transmit and receive little beep boop. So if you didn't hear, every time you would transmit or receive, you would hear beep boop. And after almost 10 hours of driving, that just made everything so worth it.
Oh, hey, shush. We made it. 13 hours of driving. Started at 7 a.m. time in Dallas. It's it's been more than 13 hours. Let's just say that I need to let these dogs out. But so far, the hand breeding experience went well. It was fantastic. Really sorry about the camera angle. Like, that's just what we had to deal with. I just need to go inside now. Great experience. I have a lot to learn, and that's okay. But we're having a good time. Please like, share, comment, subscribe. This is KJ5LXP, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye, guys.